Hey guys, Matt Thomas here. I just wanted to jump on and do a little preface to this video that I'm about to play for you. The video is just an interview with myself and one of my great lending partners, Brian Daywald from Daywald and Associates at Fairway Independent Mortgage. And he has just got this great program that's just come out called the Cash Addendum. And it's a really great way that if you're still in the market to buy a home, and especially if you're feeling frustrated or worried about feeling frustrated about how you're going to compete in this crazy competitive market, this is one of those things that could absolutely put you at the top of the list when buyers are considering you and your offer. So please give it a watch, and just wanted to give that quick endorsement and let you know what's coming up. I'll talk to you soon. Hope you enjoy it. All right, hey, I'm here with Brian Daywald of the Daywald and Associates, the Fairway Independent Mortgage. Yep. Brian's a longtime buddy of mine, colleague, friend. We've hung out personally, but certainly a relationship with business. You've been just instrumental in helping my buyers, and just it's been awesome. So
likewise.
So I really appreciate what you do. Love the fact that we're here talking about a special program that Fairway has rolled out for buyers that I think is absolutely killer. Yep. And I'm super excited to go over that. So obviously we've got these market conditions that are wild, right? So awesome time for sellers. It's actually a really great time for buyers, in my opinion, too. But it's certainly competitive, right?
Right, very competitive.
Yeah, so, a lot of things that people are competing with multiple offers.
Right.
They're competing against cash.
Sure.
Right? And then you've got a market where you really just have to set yourself apart from the competition, right?
Right.
So to me, this program we're going to talk about is an innovative program put forward by Fairway. And I want to talk to you just a little bit about that so that we can have successful transactions with our buyers, set them apart from everyone else.
Love it.
Yeah. Cool. So tell us, what is this? Does this program have like a name?
It does. The unofficial name for our program is called the Cash Addendum. That's the official, unofficial name of it.
That's what we're going to call it.
It's great.
Call us up.
Cash Addendum.
Let's talk about the Cash Addendum.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So why did Fairway decide to introduce this program?
Yeah, that's a really great question. So in short, Fairway, so we're a private company. The executive team and the leadership has always done a really amazing, outstanding job of listening to what Fairway calls the street, which is us, right? So we asked for some support and some guidance and everything else to put forward a really killer program that nobody else has to help our buyers go into contract better, more frequently, faster, not to mention support our real estate referral partners.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Love it. So I've personally decided that this offer is actually better than cash.
Right.
I've said that to people, and I'm just like, how could it possibly be better than cash?
Right.
Right. So there are 2 or 3 reasons that I would say it's better than cash.
Yep.
What are those reasons?
So for me, I'm gonna maybe we can talk about cash programs and actual cash.
Okay.
I presume in this scenario we're talking about cash.
Yeah.
Okay. So from my experience with cash, there has been a lot of the cash people seem to be a little entitled. From my personal experience, whether that's they want a discount on the house. They want to be a little less flexible for the seller when it comes to negotiating maybe inspection items or stuff like this. I think the opinion is relatively standard that cash buyers can be a little bit more of a handful, and whereas people that are doing loans with folks like us are just super excited just to get the house.
Right.
Is that sort of your experience?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, to me, like cash used to be able to buy you discounts in the market. I don't think it buys you a discount anymore. It might put you at the front of the line.
Right.
And when it does, though, unfortunately, that still bumps the people that are doing the financing. Right. So, like, in what ways would you say that it would actually be better for the sellers than cash? And in turn, then, why is that better for our buyers?
Well, it's better for our buyers because now we're the major part of the competition, like you talked about a minute ago, is they're not the big bad wolf, right? They're not in charge of everything anymore. Right. From a seller's perspective, I think it's really important because, now they can have an easier time getting through the transaction. When you've got two sides that really want to just have a wonderful transaction at the end, everybody wins, buyers and sellers, instead of the cash people just saying, like, I got to win because I'm cash, right? Which makes it hard for the seller. That's my opinion on it anyway.
Okay.
I also would like to add that just in terms of some of the percentage, I don't have them off the top of my head, but I know I close a lot more deals than cash people close from a percentage standpoint.
Sure.
So.
Okay. So tell us, what is it specifically then that makes you stand out? What is this program, Cash Addendum?
Yep.
What does it make? How is it that it stands out?
Got it.
And what does it offer to the seller
Got it.
that would be different than if I was just paying all cash?
Yeah, so this is where it gets to be really cool.
Yeah.
In a typical, whether it's a cash or a finance transaction, or even one of these fake cash programs, there are few outs for the seller, right? There's the seller sort of left hanging unless the buyer completes the transaction from start to finish.
Yeah.
Our cash addendum works a little differently, where we promise some sort of a transaction is going to take place to the seller. We're the only ones that are doing this, to my knowledge. So
it's a guarantee? Are we calling it a guarantee? Or?
It's a guarantee that action will happen.
Okay.
Yes. We will either close the deal with a regular loan. If something catastrophic and chaotic happens to the buyer, like a job loss or something absolutely crazy, where we can't approve the loan and just close as promised, then we will pay cash for the house based on whatever it appraises for to the seller. The other thing that's super cool, and they can pick here, is if they don't want to take the cash, we will just pay them $10,000 to terminate the deal. They can take an offer that's in backup position, or they can just relist it and potentially get more for it next month anyway. It's a guaranteed promise to have action.
Okay.
Whereas cash loans, cash programs, fake cash, as we can call them, right? They don't have any of those. In fact, a lot of the fake cash programs have additional red tape that even a regular transaction like this wouldn't have.
Okay, so in that situation, like if something happened to the buyer and they were paying all cash, that deal would probably just fall apart. Whereas in this situation, the seller's actually still able to move forward with a transaction.
Something is going to happen.
Or get $10,000.
Sure. Yeah.
That's insane. So that's
exactly
so again, way better than cash in my opinion.
Right.
And if we present it that way, which we do,
right,
we put the buyer in the first position as far as I'm concerned, right? As long as the other side understands that.
It's hard to pass up.
Yeah, seriously. So they're gonna have something happen no matter what, which is killer. So it's essentially like a guarantee. I know we all want to kind of be careful about that word,
right.
But that's in effect, that's kind of how it works, which is killer.
It's a guarantee something will happen.
Yes.
And just to add to it, like our intent is to make sure that we have happy homeowners, right? So we're just going to go through the process as normal. But if something does happen catastrophically, the seller's still in a spot where they're taken care of some way.
Yeah. So again, you can see how that would absolutely put a buyer in the driver's seat when trying to stand out amongst other buyers. So if you've got multiple offers in that situation, we present that scenario to them. I mean, they'd be crazy to kind of turn that down. Better than cash, honestly.
Better than cash because again, there's some sort of guarantee that it'll take place. The one thing that the caveat to it, and this is what I explain to all of our buyers that are out there looking, we still have to be competitive.
Sure.
Right? If we're, we're not going to win a deal that's if we're outbid by $100,000 or whatever the crazy number of the week is, right?
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. So, have you seen this work already? It's a brand new program, but have you seen it work already?
Yeah, so I'm on a beta test team. There's only a handful of us that have access to be rolling this out. The short answer is yes. We are having tremendous success. I track everything that I do in terms of everything, right? So we've got our percentage, our conversion ratio, if you will, from offers to contract has gone up exponentially since we rolled this out. That's killer.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yep.
So I guess probably if I'm watching this at home, whatever, I'm thinking like, so okay, what's the catch, right? Compass has concierge that they do, which is I think killer, and people are like, how do we get this free money ahead of time? And and we'll talk about that in a different video. But what's the catch? Because people are always like, there's no way, right?
There's no way, right? In this situation, there's no catch. What I really love most about this, again, Fairway, the leadership is absolutely outstanding. They've really helped us develop a good plan for us to be happy, which means our clients are happy, which means our referral partners are happy.
Yeah.
We do not charge an extra penny. There's no absolute charge extra anywhere whatsoever. Okay. The normal process still, there's nothing added that the buyers have to do. What I also really love is there's no extra red tape for sellers. A lot of these fake cash programs have a lot of red tape. We have to have more money down. There are fees to do this. There are things for the seller that they have to do or make sure of. The only real caveat, and this isn't really any different from anything else, is that our collateral is the property itself has to pass the mustard, right? Just like everything else.
Sure.
So, that's not any different or anything additional to what we normally do. But we do have to make sure the collateral's in good shape.
Yeah, of course. So you said like literally, is it fair to say that anyone qualifies for this then?
Just about everybody. There's a couple of different groups that we hardly ever deal with, but at the 98% of the clients that we work with, this absolutely fits for.
Okay, so if you're pre-approved, you automatically are in this program?
That's it.
Man, that's insane.
Yeah, there's a couple extra steps that we take to formally get introduced to our underwriter. Part of that whole team goes full circle.
Yeah.
But there's no extra steps, no extra cost.
Yeah. A lot of times with these other similar to cash programs that are out there, it's really only the cream of the crop that gets to take advantage of those situations. Yep. And you're just saying if you get an approval, you're there.
That's it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, are there reasons not to utilize this approach?
No. Okay. It absolutely makes sense for everybody that's in the market to buy a house. Absolutely. Like I said, no extra cost, no extra steps, no extra anything. It's just our way of trying to provide some value to buyers and do what we can to help them get under contract.
Okay.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep.
I'm out of questions.
Okay.
Like, if you're watching at home and you're trying to figure out, like, okay, there's something else that I'm dying to ask or know, hit us up. Let us know what those questions are. We'll answer. But Brian, we're going to put you in touch with Brian, and he's going to be able to, answer any of your questions. But guys, this is a killer deal. So
it's really cool.
We're excited about it.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be working on this with you.
Absolutely.
So it'd be great.
All right. Give us a call.
Thanks, guys.